hopefully people can hear us and they can see us. Hello, we are back with something new. We are doing something entirely different. We are playing Dragonbane, not Conan this time. So how about that, Dragonbane? But we are taking it to Icewind Dale. And Icewind Dale, for those who know, hello, Mohammed, you know, is actually a D&D campaign. So what we are trying to do here is playing a D&D campaign in a non-D&D rule system. And I'm really looking forward to that mix, I have to say. Yeah, because it's a rich world. I played the Icewind Dale games back on the computer when they first came out. Tried again. I'm really rubbish at these days. So I'm instead running this game and let the other people play. We have an illustrious group here, and I thought we could maybe start with a little introduction of the characters, but maybe I should just start with a little bit of storytelling. Are you up for that?
Of course.
Of course. Good. A little bit of an introduction. So I'm going to use a little... I'm trying to hide my little text here somewhere, so it's not in the way. So here we go, professional as ever. At the end of the world, in the far-flung tundra beyond the spire of the world, lies the frozen wasteland of Icewind Dale. It is a frigid expanse few dare to explore, let alone inhabit. It has always been cold, but over the last 2 years there has been no reprieve from the perpetual dark winter. Without what? Okay. Increasingly isolated conditions have been becoming ever harsher here. It is said that Auriel, or Auriel, depending how you want to pronounce her, the Frostmaiden, the divine embodiment of winter's fury, has come to this cold corner of the world to live amongst mortals. Each night before midnight, Auriel takes to the sky on the back of a white bird to weave her spell. You can spot it as a shimmering curtain of light, a beautiful aurora that illuminates the night sky and fades before dawn. Thus, for 2 years now, even midday is just a murky twilight. 10 towns has been trapped in winter's embrace, with no sunlight or warmth to melt the snow and ice. The mountain pass south has been barricaded by blizzards, and blistering winds churn the sea of moving ice to the north. The people of Icewind Dale know Auriel's wrath when they feel it, and they have a name for it. They call it the Everlasting Rime. This prolonged winter threatens to doom not just the flickering lights of civilization, but also the indigenous flora and fauna that need sunlight and the change of seasons to survive. It is in this environment that we find our heroic party. And let's see, that's you lot. So, shall we do a short introduction? Who shall we start with? I think I'm going to start with Imelda. Who is Imelda?
Imelda is a healer. She's from Fireshear, and she's traveled to 10 towns in search of a teacher and to explore more magic and the realm of magic. Her grandmother was told her stories of her time in Icewind Dale, and so she's trying to emulate her grandmother and those tales from 1,000 years ago.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
You have to invent some of those tales and share them with us when it's time.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, next one would be Twinkle.
All right, I'm Twinkle. I'm a knight hobbit, and I'm here to make a bit of cash. And if I can stitch some, nobles or leaders in, I'll be happy about that as well. And that Auriel, I've got her name on my list.
How come?
But, yeah.
What has she done to you?
Well, she's made it dark and cold, and I don't like dark or cold.
Fair enough. Good reason, I guess. Then we have our feathered fiend. We have Sploot. Who's Sploot?
Yeah, Sploot is a roguish, Robin Hood-ish kind of character, and he came to 10 towns, specifically Lonelywood, trying to hide from the law. And so far, he's just been, laying low, trying to carve out an existence in this frozen tundra.
I hope you've got good boots on, because otherwise your feet could get frozen off.
If I remember my biology classes, like ducks have quite cold-resistant feet.
Good. So your feet have cold resistance. Let's see what the rest of you has.
Yeah, let's see about that.
And we've got a rather grim-looking fellow here called Vorgan. Who's Vorgan? Or is it
Vorgan Ironbeard, dwarven blacksmith, once of clan Battlehammer, but didn't really fancy a life mining all the time. He wanted adventure, fun, something different, an opportunity. So he's headed to the nearby 10 towns looking for work and maybe the chance of something better. He can turn his hand to jewelry making, armor, weapons, and if it comes to it, the odd chisel or hammer. But he's just hoping to find something a bit more interesting. And he's stuck here in Tourmaline, looking for that opportunity.
Well, we'll see whether you're stuck. Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute where you're stuck. Tourmaline comes up, but not today. Goldie, do you complete our party?
Yay! So Goldie's from Fireshire, from a merchant family, and she's off to increase trade for her family and make new connections and discover new things to sell and buy. Making the money.
What did you do to your family that they sent you here, of all places?
It's a coming of age quest. So being the youngest in the family, my brother is already set to take over as general manager. My sister is already the accountant. And my second brother is already in charge of household butler duties. So I'm in charge of opening new trade routes.
You get the exciting gig. Excellent. So, you have actually, over the last few weeks maybe, all been pulled in by somebody called Llyn Trollbane. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name in Welsh, because we've got a Welsh speaker here. And that's intimidating. And, she has actually asked you to go to Lonelywood. You were in Bryn Shander, and she sent you to Lonelywood to find out something that is going on there. A young treasure hunter by the name of Lyra Brack has been missing for 7 days soon, after following a story, a legend. Because it's said that up there near Lonelywood, you can hear in a certain time of the year, which is just now, you can always hear this singing, this keening song coming across the tundra. And it is said that this has to do with a legend of melody and I always want to call it bridge, but it's actually brigade. So bridge with D and G turned around. Brigade. And this Lyra has gone and said, we need to find out what's going on with this, because this song sounds different this year. And it is robbing people of their sleep, and it gives them nightmares, and it scares lots of animals and lots of people. So she has gone, she has not been seen for a while, and Llyn is actually a little bit worried about her. So has asked you, as her willing helpers, to go up there and find out what's going on. So, shall we lay our scene in an inn, or do you want to go straight to the tundra and we can do a sort of flashback to the inn? Depends how traditional you want to be at the beginning of a campaign.
Happy either way.
Yeah, let's get travelling and we can do that flashback.
Let's get traveling. Sounds good. So you make your way, and hopefully I find the right scene swiftly, yeah? You make your way... No, that's not the right scene. Across the tundra. So, hopefully you can see this.
Yep. Cool.
And there's a spelling mistake, which is not my spelling mistake. It's Lonelywood, not Lonelywood. But hey, I like the map. I thought it was pretty. So
It's very pretty.
That's cool.
yeah, and I thought, can I squeeze an extra letter? And no, forget it. So you are making your way, because you've been told that you have to basically travel to this place that Lyra thought must be the origin of the song. which is a glacial outcrop about 2 days north, 2.5 days north, towards the frozen sea. The Sea of Moving Ice, that's what it's called. So you are stomping your way, and you basically have been traveling for about a day already along the old Hunter's Trail, because that's where you've been told that this is the most likely place to go. What does it look like as you go through the snowy wilds? Imagine sort of a camera shot, as the party traipses through the snow. What do we see? What do you say to each other? What's going through your mind?
Wild beasts out there we should be careful of. Is this safe passage, is it?
Is the safe passage? Well, it is difficult wilderness. You can keep an eye on the environment if you like, if that's what your prime directive is right now, to say, I really want to keep an eye out for all the wild animals and robbers, etc.
So is this a trail that has been marked by maybe twigs or trees every 50 meters or so, or is this
some snowy cairns? It's not every 50 meters, but basically you've been told exactly, or roughly, I should say, what to look out for. But they are basically cairns, like stone piles by the side. That's the best you can hope for. And it is not good weather, necessarily, because I haven't rolled for the weather yet. Should I roll for the weather? But I want to have this introductory scene, first of all. Before we go into mechanics and rolls, I just want to get a first impression. What would the robber trying to ambush you see before he does so?
So, Twinkle is basically wrapped up in lots of like knitted, sort of like wool stuff around his plate. So inside, obviously, he's got inside his plate. He's basically he's insulating from his plate, because obviously plate mail loses heat very quickly. So he's insulated, and then over the top, he's basically got literally a knitted wool, quite thick knitted wool cloak and bobble hat on top of his helm.
Has to be bobble hat.
Yeah, it has to be a bobble hat. And then basically, he's basically got his Morning Star flail basically hanging by his side, and his shield on his back, and he's basically trying to push up ahead in front of everyone to basically forge the path, because and keep an eye out on for things basically.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm very excited. I've heard stories about how everything starts to become flat or very subtle hills, and it's almost as if it's sand dunes, but it's snow dunes, and so there aren't any trees, and anything that is trees would only be about maybe as tall as Twinkle.
And that's not very tall, is it?
No.
Is he lost in the snow?
Pretty much. I'm about 2.5 foot tall, so I'm quite a short halfling.
Bobble hat. That's all we see, don't we?
Yeah.
That's right. We just see the ball.
Is it one of those?
Just
really
see the
high
bobble,
hats,
most probably.
so you can always see it. You can tell this is mirth and mayhem. We're not going to take this too seriously, I hope. Well, I'm not anyway. Good. Anybody else? Well, maybe just
Goldie. Okay, Goldie is scanning around. She is just newly out of Fireshire, and she's heard stories of caravans being set upon by bandits and such, or the wild creature coming down for food from higher north. So she's quite, doesn't know how often it happens, but the stories at the tavern in Fireshire can be quite exciting. So she's quite, nervously, okay, anything gonna happen? Oh, I hope not.
Anything can happen, and it usually will, yes. Good. Any other thoughts?
Yes, Morgan's quite excited. This is what he's been wanting to do all his life. Once he's got out of his minds and actually doing something, that could be worthwhile or exciting or just different. He is quite reckless, so he's probably not scanning around too much. He's just forging ahead. Probably sort of competing with Twinkle to be up front, because he doesn't think too much of his own safety. But, periodically just drifting back and have a quick chat with Sploot, as we probably had a little bit of a dialogue around some sort of jewelry creation, which we talked about last session.
Mm-hmm. Good. And Sploot is a strong silent type. He can't hear you, Julian.
Yeah, you muted, Julian.
And you're flickering or glitching a bit. Maybe you're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's better.
We still can't hear you.
It's not better. It was somebody else who said yeah.
No, I still can't hear you.
I'm afraid your beak must have frozen shut.
It's feet. His feet have frozen.
I'm sure they haven't.
He's coming. He's dealing with this flicker. There we go.
He's going to move to
goes. He'll be back in a minute.
I would imagine that I'm kind of at the back, just observing. I'm very quiet, pretty reserved, and just kind of living a lot of stuff in my head instead of talking. And I listen to all this jibber jabber about money and trade and jewels.
It is that sort of environment and weather where you actually really can be alone with your thoughts if you want to be. This bleak surrounding basically gives you lots of time to reflect, to think about what's going on inside. The wind is strong today, so it's biting, and you're probably all trying to hide your faces from it and your noses so they don't fall off. But yeah, you hear, carried on the wind, a melody, a song that just sounds like it's drifting in and out. You can hear a few tones, a few notes, and then it just goes away again.
Could this be the sound of just the wind across the surface, or is this definitely a song?
You could see whether you can do a quick awareness roll, first roll of the game, and see what happens. Can we hear you now, Julian?
Let's test it.
Yes. Clear, very good.
All right.
Sorry, did you still want to catch up on your Sploot introduction roll? Or?
Well, funnily enough, I was thinking about describing the icicle forming on Sploot's peak. But yeah, he's also trotting along, kind of miserable that we didn't bring, dog sleds. Him being not the tallest himself.
Oh, maybe you need some riding animals. Some mounts, because up here, one of the best ways of getting around are axe beaks. Running birds with big beaks.
In fact, being so strong, I could probably carry someone on my back, especially if it's a small little mallard.
But do you want to? But anyway, we wanted an awareness roll to see how well you're trying to tune into this song, these tones carried on the wind. I just wanted to see how well you can actually hear anything.
Okay, so I select awareness and skills, and then there's no modifiers there. So
no, there's no modifier on this one. So the first roll is not a success.
So would you like me to roll?
Under system. Yeah, just for those who are watching and who don't know, Mohammed, of course, has run it with me, so he knows it. He knows it extremely well. But yeah, you could push it if you want, or you could see whether somebody else wants to strain their ear to be the first to recognize the song.
I'm not going to push it. I'm just listening out.
Too early in the game.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I can roll, please, if that's okay.
Yeah, please do.
I'm a bit too covered in
cloth yet. So, a success. Very well done. Yeah, it sounds like it's got an odd melody to it. It's like the cadence and the intervals are somehow a bit strange, but it sounds really sad and mournful. It might be the wind just running over something, but let's have a look. There is a certain effect it's having. And that is an effect I'm going to roll, because there's a roll table for it. So and we want to roll our tables. So you probably can read that. You haven't. This is for you specifically now for Goldie. You feel like the song is really picking you up. It gives you a sense, even though it sounds a bit sad and mournful, it gives you a sense of hope and love, and it just boosts you and makes you smile. So for the next stretch here that we are doing, you have a boon on your next attack or skill check.
Cool.
What do you say about that song to the others, if anything?
It sounds great. I wonder who's producing such wonderful music. I've never heard that before. Wow, this didn't come up in the stories in the tavern. This is new.
What are you saying? I can't hear much.
This
The
beautiful
icicles.
music on the wind.
The
It just
icicles
puts
out.
a light step on the trail.
You would have
No,
to
I ain't
actually
hearing
lift your
anything.
ear flap if you wanted to listen to it.
No, I'm not hearing anything.
So the wind is moving across the land. Is it sunny? Well, like, is it twilight? Or are we approaching the darkness? Or are we in the darkness? What?
We are pretty much at lunchtime, so it's the twilight hours, because it doesn't get any brighter than twilight.
And how long does the twilight usually last?
Usually, you've got between 3.5 to 4 hours of decent light to travel. After that, you're really reliant on moon, stars, or the aurora. What did we roll? We have got light flurries of snow, so there is a bit of a cloud cover.
Okay.
So you might have a quite dark night ahead of you.
Mm.
But you've got another hour or so, hour and a half, before you would want to make camp.
I'll say it sounds to me as if it's just the wind. Is that a real song?
Oh, I'm surprised you can't hear it. It's wonderful. I can't wait to get where we're going to.
It's actually almost gone again. It just was for a moment of clarity, and you're still carrying that feeling inside you, but you can't actually hear it as well anymore. So, you carry on a bit, alone with your thoughts, or maybe talking about jewelry making. When evening starts to fall, the skies are now clear, but getting darker. The wind is still whipping around you. The snow is still being driven into your faces and so on. And you cannot actually see very, very far at all. And it gets worse, even though, the wind has just picked up, so it's throwing all that snow at you. It's a raging tempest of ice and wind, it says here. At the same time, the song gets louder. So if anybody else wants to tune into it, I can roll a little roll for you.
Should we roll for awareness?
You don't have to roll for awareness. It's loud enough. You just say whether you want to listen to it. I'll give you a little bit of agency here.
Oh, I certainly want to listen to it, because I would imagine that Goldie's kind of in front or close enough, and I see her smiling, and I'm thinking, oh, what am I missing?
Yeah. I'm also thinking that we are kind of trying to navigate according to the source of the song.
Yeah, possibly.
If the snow is picking up, then we can't really navigate by sight. So
It's really hard to actually pinpoint it, but you could potentially do it. Yeah, could try that. Shall we say, I just have to still learn the character names. Amelda, if you're tuning into it a bit, can you do me a willpower check?
Yeah.
Just against the attribute. And what have we got? We have successful. Yeah, the song still sounds a bit odd to you. But you're pretty sure it comes from ahead of you somewhere. You can't really pinpoint it. Anybody else, especially if you want to navigate by it, then I might ask you for a willpower first and then an awareness.
okay. Can I? Yeah, you can just directly go.
Willpower succeeded. Gosh, you must be good in willpower.
Yeah, barely. Like 15 straight.
And then do
And
me
then
an
awareness,
awareness with a Bane, please.
With a Bane.
With a Bane. So that's
Alright.
rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Do you want me to roll?
Again, you can hear this song in snippets and bits. It doesn't seem to have the same effect on you as it had on Goldie. But Yeah, it comes from somewhere ahead of you, but you're not sure. You're just being whipped around so much, it's really hard to pinpoint. All right. Goldie, you wanted to say something earlier?
Oh, yes. I didn't think the party should get off track and travel against our path to Lonelywood to chase after a song on the wind, but to continue on our main quest to get to Lonelywood.
You're going from Lonelywood north.
Well, friend Lonelywood.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
started in Lonelywood.
Hopefully,
We've
you're not
skipped.
going
We
back.
skipped the end.
Our main quest is the song now.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying
Yeah.
to find Lyra anyway.
Because Lyra
Oh, okay.
was following the
Okay.
song as
The
well.
song that happened, I probably will.
Oh, okay.
So,
Do you want me to roll? Because I succeeded on will. I'm just wondering if
yeah, do an awareness as well if you like. Yeah, absolutely. With the Bane.
With the Bane.
Yeah, with the Bane. Tension is intense as we're waiting for the roll. There it comes. Very good. Now you are pretty sure that you're going the right way, but you're also pretty sure that as soon as the light fades anymore, you're going to lose that way. So you think you need to make a camp. But just as that goes through your head, you see from the corner of your eye, just for a brief second, a figure standing on a nearby ridge. And the only reason why you pick this figure out in that gloomy light is that there's a glow of a lantern held high, almost like they're waving it to you and beckoning you over. And in the next instant, the figure vanishes behind drifting snow and is blown away.
So whoever's in front, I say, did you see that?
What?
There was a figure with a lantern.
No, I didn't see nothing.
You sure you didn't imagine it?
No, it was there for sure.
You sure?
That song not playing tricks on your mind, is it?
Yeah, sounds a bit weird if you ask me.
No, there was a light. It was a lantern. It wasn't. It was definitely a figure.
Nah.
Yeah, Crinkle, these wizard types, they're a bit odd on.
Yeah. Head in the clouds, you ask me.
Did anyone else see it, I say?
Let me else see it.
Blue, did you see it?
No, not from back here.
How far would it take us in distance and time to check that out?
Oh,
I'm a little
very hard
worried
to
about
say.
bandits here.
10, 15
Perhaps they need help.
maybe, but it's very hard to judge distances.
I mean, if he saw it and there's like this, strong snow cover, can I just, I assume you pointed out where it is.
Yeah.
Can I
You
just,
have to make yourself over there. Yeah.
a couple steps over and search for tracks?
You can,
Yeah.
but it's getting dark, and there's definitely whipping snow around you. So somebody probably should
Maybe.
start to put a
We're
camp.
Look,
gonna
I
make
don't-
camp.
No.
I think we should make camp.
Yeah. I don't think we
If we
should.
make camp and we have some sort of land, they might come here, might come to us because they'll see our camp or something. I don't know.
Well, if they want to help us, I think you're right. But I don't think that we should go after it. But certainly I saw what I saw, but then it disappeared. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's playing tricks on me.
It wouldn't take you too long to go and check it out if you want to.
That's my thinking, because if you saw it in the snowstorm, then it can't be more than a couple meters, can it?
It was
Well, I
sort of
think-
an odd break in the snowstorm, and you could see
Yeah.
this figure with a lantern. You reckon it's probably 30, 40 meters if you were metro.
Oh, it's not far there.
I would
Yeah,
head over and check it out before
Yeah.
eventual
go with
tracks
you,
are covered by the
Sploot.
snow again.
Let's go and have a mooch then.
So are you all going, or are you hunkering down while one of you checks it out?
No, I think we should stick together. If we split up here, we ain't gonna be able to fight each other again, are we? Sort of thing.
So you
Mm,
traipse
you
through
know what
there.
And I thank everybody, and I kind of lead as far as they will let me. I will lead and point in the direction, trying to orient myself to exactly where I saw it.
Right. So, whoever wants to check for tracks, or actually to just find that particular place, do me a bushcraft roll, please.
I can do that.
Not
because
hunting? Like track
Hunting, I would
finding?
accept hunting as well. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'll do bushcraft because I was the one who saw it.
No, bushcraft
And
really
I-
in this game probably should be called snowcraft, but not in
Yeah.
bushes. Very
I'm not
well
going to push it.
Amelia, you're not quite sure, but basically Sploot just taps you on the back and says, "This way," and then goes and shows you. And you stumble onto this slight dip. There was a little crest where you think this figure might have stood, but you don't see any tracks as such. But after that, there's a slight dip, and you see the remains of an abandoned camp there.
Ooh,
Just straight
that comes in
front of you.
handy. Should we just, straight up use that one for the night?
It's sort of snuggled between a cluster of rocks, so actually it's a bit of a windbreak there. It seems to be a good spot.
Oh, it seems quite good here.
Yeah, striding's in the middle. This looks a much better.
How was
place.
nice of your person that you saw with your flightiness? Yeah, that was quite good.
So you can now try and make a camp
Thank you.
without the bane you normally would have had in the weather. You can just have a normal bushcraft to make the camp, and more than one person can try if you want to.
Is there any evidence of recent occupation? anywhere?
Do an awareness roll. Very good. Imelda, you quickly get to work, and you can basically use, I think you have a tent.
Yeah.
I think I gave you a tent, or somebody.
Yeah, I've got a tent.
Yeah.
I've got
You
a
can
tent.
basically find a good spot for you to all to rest and get some night sleep. It is, of course, quite early in the day, but it's so dark that traveling would be a bit daft right now. So, what have we got? We have Twinkle, failed with a demon on awareness. You can get an advancement mark for that.
Yeah, it automatically
You
puts
get an
me-
Oh, yeah, it
advancement.
does it automatically. Wargon, you're not quite sure, but you're being distracted by that rotten weather. But let's see, what can I give you for your demon?
I must be walking to a tree or something.
Interesting theory, yes. Right. Actually, you look around, and there's something scratched at the base of one of the sheltering rocks, where you're putting a tent right next to it. And you go over there, and you crouch down, and you're trying to sort of lean on the rock a little bit. But the thing is that it starts rolling onto you. That
Oh.
rock. As you're crouching down, looking at it, whatever it might say, this whole thing starts to roll towards you.
I'll try to push it away.
You want to push it away with your strength.
Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
Okay, then let's do a strength check. I think it's called strength check rather than a might check here, right?
Yeah.
Whether you can resist the rock or whether it's going to hurt you.
Oh, blinking Nora. He.
Just as why you're so strong.
Yeah.
You manage to actually, you sort of, you fall backwards a little bit, but then you find your footing and you actually stem your whole body against it, and then you put it back onto its little perch and say, "Oh, that's very, very wobbly."
Oh, it was fluffing booby traps.
Still says something at the bottom.
What did it say?
Oh, now this is actually something we haven't discussed in session 0. How much do you want different languages to matter? Because we have somebody who's pretty hot on languages here.
If somebody's got hot on language, as far as I'm concerned, we should have different languages then.
Okay. You look at it and say, you're not from these regions either. That looks like some odd language, sort of runic, and you're not sure what it
Do I
says.
know anything about myths and legends about it? 'Cause I'm quite hot on
Probably.
myths and
you
legends.
spent a little bit of time. Why not do a myth and legend? But
I might be able
otherwise-
to work out a bit about what it is, but
Yeah. Yes, good. So you reckon this must be some of this barbarian script you've heard of, this Reghegic from the
Okay.
Reghead Glacier barbarians. Eventually I will
All
know how to
right.
say all these words.
anybody speak reg-edged barbarian? I've got some script
and
there.
Dwarven.
I get so excited and I'm like, oh, I've got to go and see. And so I drop everything that I'm doing and I go right over and I rush over and I'm just so excited and I start to read the
Somebody
runes.
booby trapped this rock. It
And I
rolled
look
on top
up.
of me.
I look up, but then I'm quickly back down reading the runes.
So I ran
Well,
over as well.
I'm most probably at the same level as the runes.
I'm like pushing. I'm pushing Twinkle away, but Twinkle is like a rock himself.
He's
Little,
not
but
he's not a
Pretty
pushover. No.
much of an
Yeah, he's not
unusual object.
pushover.
So Imelda leans down to have a look at it, and Goldie comes and joins and has a look as well. What do you see?
Look at this. Look at what it says.
Does Goldie have some language skills as well?
I do.
Excellent.
I just wasn't sure if I should roll as well.
You just
as
decide between
Imelda.
you. Basically, I would have said you can have an assist, which is a boon, but we didn't need it. So next time,
Right.
yeah,
We'll coordinate.
slightly more coordinated, and then it's good.
Sorry, Goldie.
Between yourselves, you actually both can read it, and it says, "Sing loud the song of melody and Brigde, and remember us fondly. Should we fall together." Sploot, can you also do mean awareness, please?
Yeah.
And maybe whoever forgotten Vorgan.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. You're all really aware, really awake in the dusk. Sploot, you also see something. There's a little bit of metal poking out of the snow.
What kind of metal?
Looks like a little metal bar or hoop
Yeah.
of some sort.
Can I, try to excavate the snow around it a little bit?
Yeah, it looks
Trying
like
to,
it's an
get it
old
out?
lantern. It's a bit rusty, but not really rusty, but a bit smashed up as well. And it just as you maybe pointed at Imelda,
Yeah.
what was that?
Sorry, that was a dun dun dun.
Oh.
Yeah. That looks like the lantern.
Exactly, it's exactly the same style.
But it looks rusted. It looks old. It's been buried.
Well, you mean you can't hold an old lantern up and wave it around?
No, this doesn't.
Can I check if the lantern is still functional?
It is not functional because it doesn't seem to have any. Like the wick is gone.
Yes, look, check if it's
The
warm
cap
or not.
for where you put the oil on is basically rusted on.
Yeah.
Seems like we were guided here to
We
the
must have-
shelter. How amazing.
Spirit lamp.
I must have seen a ghost.
Dubious to me. You sure this is a safe place for us to stay?
Have you been eating them mushrooms again?
No, I haven't. Stop that. I told you
Oh,
at the inn that we can't. That I don't do mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah.
You're going to say that, aren't you, anyway?
They give me
Given that
gas.
Given that it seems like a wonderful, safe shelter in this barren land, I can't see any ill will to guide us here.
Well, we've come here and there's a trap over there that Twink almost fell down.
It was a
Well,
loose rock. That's not a
it-
trap.
It rolled on top of me. It was a bit dodgy, if you ask me.
Well, that's what rocks do. You don't just poke around.
It's got no moss on it anyway.
Moss wouldn't grow in this cold. Maybe you
Oh,
should
yeah,
look
you're
for
right.
mushrooms.
Yeah. Sorry.
And with that, you're settling down for the night. We had a decent make camp roll, and I'm not going to micro-track certainly today things like food and so on.
Mhm.
But what I would like to know is who and whether you're going to put up a watchman or a guard overnight.
I mean, that's a given, isn't it?
I think that's wise. I think we should have watches. Why don't we have like staggered watches?
Yeah, I mean-
Absolutely.
So like one person to start off with, then another person comes on for a bit, and then another one
Uh,
goes, and then so we've always got two
like
on
2 hours,
most of
but
the time.
overlapping. 1 hour.
Yeah.
so-
Or something like that. Yeah.
I'm going to be meditating, everyone, so I won't be of much use, I don't think.
Or meditating for the whole time we're kipping.
Well, that's
So
what I do.
You don't want to chip in then.
Well, what would I chip?
Or you can watch out and sit with somebody, or you can freeload. It's your choice.
Oh, I'm not
I guess-
freeloading. I need to. Look at the ears. I'm an elf. I need. And I look. See, elf. That's what I
Shouldn't
do.
an elf be
I
actually
meditate.
more
Oh,
use?
I'm a hobbit. Sorry, halfling. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't have hobbits in
I'm a
this one.
halfling. Yeah. Does that mean I get to meditate all night and not do anything?
I don't think you'll be much use if you meditate all night.
Well,
Like, what's the use of your meditation?
I think he's winding you up. I think he is.
I'm preparing myself for the future.
So what you mean is
okay.
your meditating is like our sleep.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
forgo to keep
Yeah.
watch.
It
Yeah.
definitely sounds like freeloading to me.
I'm with
No,
Twinkle on that
wait.
one.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Spook.
So, how long do we have to make camp in order for Her Majesty to meditate and then help out?
Looks at the character
Well-
sheet. I think it's a stretch, isn't it? So 6 hours.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch, yeah. But I say
Isn't
to
it
everybody, all right, I'm not gonna meditate tonight. I'll keep watch, I guess. But in the future, if I'm really tired, I'm going to be meditating for the whole night.
Well, that
Just
means if
knowing
I
what-
get really tired, I get to meditate all night then as well, then, does it?
Yeah, mate.
That's
I'll offer
fine.
that.
That's
So-
fine. We'll all meditate together.
Would
And
it be
get
fair
eaten
to
by
have?
wolves. Sounds
Would it be-
solid.
Would it be fair for you to either take first or last watch?
Before
Oh.
that meditation thing.
Oh
That makes
no.
sense.
I need an entire shift of thought and meditation.
You make this so complicated. So, is there anybody stepping forward for two? Let's say two watches or 3 watches. What are you looking for?
What I was thinking, yeah, is we have effectively 5 watches, but they all overlap.
Clever,
It-
maybe.
So in
That
other
sounds a
words,
bit
one
complicated.
person at the start and one person at the end, and he wakes up somebody, and then it sort of staggers.
He's done this before, hasn't he?
Mm.
So how does that
so
work at the beginning? Do you start off with 2 people?
effectively, you start off with 2 people.
Yeah.
And then just
Just one does
It means-
2 hours. And the
it
first
means
one-
that
There's only 4 of us, though, isn't
one person does 2 hours, one person does 3 hours.
Right.
I'll do 3 hours, and then
put
and
me-
then it's
put
2
in
hours
the
for everyone
chat
else.
for me in the Foundry chat.
Oh.
Just put which shift you're going to do. Just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I know that they overlap then.
Okay.
But are we only doing 4 shifts? Because Imelda there is going to be meditating all night.
No. I've
No,
decided.
she's not
I've
freeloading
decided
tonight.
not to meditate tonight.
Oh, thanks, Your Grace.
Yeah.
So to make up for all your future meditation, maybe you should have 2 or 3 watches tonight.
Thank you, Miss Princess.
Who's number 3? Come on.
I'll go 3 then.
And 5 must be the last person. Who is
So that'll be
Morgan.
Morgan will be 5.
Right. So,
Morgan's making breakfast.
it is Imelda and names was Blut who have the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then at some point, Imelda goes to bed and Splut stays up.
And
wakes
then
up.
wakes up
Right.
Twinkle.
Okay,
Yeah.
so got that. Just as at the time as Imelda wants to actually bed down and finally get some, not meditation, but sort of second best rest, you again some distance in the future, some distance in the snow on a nearby rise, you see a lamp flicker up again.
Which direction?
Towards.
Can I even tell the direction?
Yeah, well, it's further the direction that you would be going if you continued on the path you were on. And you
And
see
who's
that
with me?
Splut is
So I
Like,
nudged.
I'm putting, some sort of marker down to indicate the direction with satellite.
It is a very short impression again. You just see
Yeah.
that this figure is holding the lantern up in one hand, and points slightly northeast.
But Sploot sees it, right?
Sploot sees it this time.
Yeah.
See, Sploot? I told you.
And
It wasn't my imagination.
Gone.
No, you were
Look,
right. I saw it this
It's
time.
gone. And it's gone, just like before.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go looking for it tonight anymore.
No.
Like, just, remember the direction, and we can check it out tomorrow when we actually see something.
I wonder if it's leading the way.
Might be. So far, it has
All
been on
right.
track.
Okay, well, I'll go and do some thinking.
Meditate. I get you.
So the rest.
No, if it was meditation, you would not be able to wake me up.
Can you guys stop talking? We're trying to sleep over here.
Very good. Very good. They're just jabbering on the whole time through their watch.
That's right.
Okay, to fast forward this slightly, the rest of the night passes uneventfully. You wake yourselves up before the sun is really up, because you have a bit of a journey ahead of you. But yeah, you get some scraps of food, you try to get maybe a little fire going, but soon it is time to continue on your path. Now you have the direction that this person pointed at, and you can not hear the song at this point.
Can I roll an awareness to listen for the song again?
You can.
So,
Yes, the
because that's what we're following. So, and I get to do a boon. I don't think I'll need it, but why not?
Yeah. I did say a stretch, but why not? Do the boon.
Yay!
Succeeded. Well done. Yet you don't hear the song right now. You just hear some wind whistling over the tundra. It's a low visibility day, overcast, but not as windy as yesterday. So all I need from you is somebody to do bushcraft, and then you tell me whether you're following that path or whether you're trying to just find your own path, like the path indicated by the lady in the night.
So I'm guessing we had while eating, we had a conversation that Sploot also saw the mystery lantern user.
Yeah.
So I think we better follow him then. I reckon. What do you reckon? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, last time it paid off.
Yeah.
And it goes in a general direction we were going regardless.
Yeah. So sounds sensible.
Yeah.
So who's going to lead the way? They can do a bushcraft. If you successfully do that, you find a decent path. Otherwise, it would be exhausting path. So you'll get a potentially condition.
Other than myself, does anybody want to do it?
Who's good at finding the ways here?
Point the way, I'll follow.
All right, I'll roll the bushcraft.
Look at
And
that! Another successful roll.
And I lead the way.
Well done, princess.
More successful.
But once I've shown everybody, I'd step back and go to the middle and just kind of poke and say it that way.
Backseat driver.
Yeah.
You seem to have found a decent path. There's snow everywhere, but you have found some firmer snow, so you're not sinking in deeply, so you're not actually getting as exhausted as quickly. And yet, after about a couple of hours of marching, you're just bedding down for a little bit of a in-between rest, for a breather, for warm-up. When you hear a piercing cry sounds in the air, and large fur-clad bodies rise up from the snow all around you, axes and spears bristling with a threat. The stern face of a red-head tribesfolk surround you. Their leader, a colossal woman with stern features, stands in front of you and barks something in her language.
Sorry, love. I haven't got a clue what you're saying.
How do you react?
I'd like to hear what she's saying by rolling languages.
Okay. Now they are sort of surrounding you and have their weapons drawn, but they're not attacking. What are the others doing before I tell you what she says?
I'm going to assist.
I'm dropping into a defensive posture,
Which means
Yeah.
not
Head in the snow.
offensive.
I'm
So
getting
hand
my
on my
bow,
flail.
knocking an arrow.
My shield around in front of me.
Sprout knocks an arrow.
Yeah, and I'm trying to position myself behind the, knight with the shield.
And
Okay, so I would like to see
Wait.
if I can understand what
Yeah.
they are saying and try my hand at persuading them that we
we know
know, yeah, we're
I'll
not
tell
a
you that in a
threat,
minute. I just wanted
obviously.
to know what Vorgan's first reaction is, and then we can go into that understanding.
Morgan's going to have his hammer out and he's ready to charge him. He just paused for a moment to see what happens.
I can see how you're standing there, and your foot is sort of scraping in the snow.
Come on, let me have him.
So, who wants to do the language roll? Who wants to assist?
I'm assisting her.
So that means Goldie can make a language roll with a boom. And you sort of whisper. I think she said that. I think she said her broccoli is wilting. No, you're doing better than that. She says, I am Bridget of the Tundra's Cry, huntress of the Elk Tribe, and I am curious what brings such soft people out so far.
So, is it persuasion I would use to talk to her?
Yeah, you have enough language. Let's just say that for this encounter at least. So it would be persuasion.
Can I assist persuasion then? Because I also am trained in persuasion.
Yeah, just tell me how, because you don't speak the language. So what do you do?
So I'm basically I also have performance. So I'm gonna basically almost mime whatever Goldie's basically talking, or what I think she, as in miming. We because obviously you don't want to fight, sort of. We just want to talk, sort of mime type thing.
Right. So you're trying to support what Goldie is saying with the appropriate postures and
sort
facial
of
expressions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my staff, and I'm just gonna gently poke Vorgan and go,
Let me have.
Calm down.
Are you growling? Okay.
Just calm down.
Okay, so
Let's have that persuasion. And I'm going to roll rather than just role play it. But I get what you're saying, and I definitely give you a boon, because you have the support from your team.
okay.
Unless somebody else wants to do something nasty. No, there you go, succeeded. After you spoke for a little while in something like approaching, halting Reghedgic, she sort of smiles a little bit, holds her hand up to her people and says, I think we are safe from these guys.
And can I ask her if she's heard the song that we've heard, or if they are singing the song as was in the barbarian script that was on the rock back there?
Right, and as you ask her about the song, she sort of hesitates a little bit and looks around all of you and say, you know about the song?
We discovered your script written about the song, Sing Loud, the melody of that we should all fall together. Just a wonderful.
Well, if that's what you hear, everybody seems to hear something different when they hear it. For me, it's of personal interest. I'm looking for the song.
Ask him about the lantern man
Yeah.
that we encountered.
She looks at you. Lantern Man? I know of no Lantern Man.
So he understands, like, common, I guess?
She does actually understand some common as well.
Okay. Yeah, in this case, I would just, quickly, like, 2 times now we encountered somebody with a lantern in the distance, but when we tried to, see who's there, we only discovered, like, a camp, an abandoned one yesterday.
I know of no Lantern Man, but maybe.
No lantern man? Okay.
Maybe
and I
it was a ghost.
Yes, I think it was a ghost. And they're showing us the way. It showed us shelter, and then it pointed in the direction.
I see. There was another soft person looking for them.
Perhaps you came across we are looking for that soft person, our brethren.
We're looking for a lass called Lyra.
Yeah, she was headed north towards the Three Sisters. We came across a couple of her traces.
So towards Three Sisters.
Yes, it's a rock formation.
Three Sisters
up
being...
north. That's where you're basically headed as well, roughly.
Okay. And you mentioned that you have personal interest in the melody on the wind, of the song on the wind.
Somebody listened. Ha!
I didn't understand.
Yes, if the story is true, it's you have heard the story of Britke.
No, could you please tell us?
Well, it is a heroic tale of love and loss. And she settles down and starts telling you a little story, which I just have to dig out.
Cool.
I'm slowly calming down, thinking, I thought I was going to have a big punch up there.
There were two famous
just
warriors a while ago, Melody and Brigde, famous hunters and adventurers. Rivals they were, yet when they met, they fell deeply in love. When the burying death came upon 10 towns, they took up the challenge to hunt it down. After tracking this colossal remoras, I think that's how you say those things, for many days they just disappeared. The beast attacks stopped, but the lovers were never seen again. And soon after, the song was heard for the first time. Some people say it's the spirit of the wild commemorating the victory over the beast. Some others say it's their spirits crying for their lost companion. Brigde was my mother.
Oh, that's such a story. Thank you for sharing that. I hope you find your mother.
Well, maybe we are heading to the same place.
Can we travel with you?
Don't see why
We
not.
promise not to be a hindrance. Right, Princess?
Well, most of us.
I'm not a princess. And I look at her and I say, does anyone amongst you and then I kind of remember that the clans, I remember my grandmother saying that the clans of the north don't like magic. And just about when I'm about to say, does anybody know magic? I say, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. And then I just go,
Well, you weren't going to talk about meditation, whether they meditate all the time.
No.
Is that meditation again?
Look, don't start with me. I need to chill. Elves need to chill.
Yeah.
Is that another word for meditation again?
Another word for lazy, I think.
Meditate when you walk, meditate when you sleep.
You're a bit of a slacker, aren't you?
But we can't air out our laundry in front of the barbarians, guys. They don't like weak people. We're soft as it is.
Soft people.
Soft.
Don't mind us.
I'm not soft. I'm made of metal.
Looking from one to the other in bemusement, then talks to her people.
Remind her that we're not going to be any trouble.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can guarantee that one.
Mohammed just put in the chat. Do you want to build a snowman, princess?
Oh. Thank you very much, chat.
Just follow a mile behind us.
That's basically what I'm going to be doing from now on. Is I'm going to be making snow people,
Now, Bridget,
maybe some snow angels.
Bridget, which is actually the German way of spelling it, Brigitte,
Yeah.
says, I can lead the way if you want me to. I know
That would
this
be
area.
wonderful.
Okay.
And I'll send my warriors on to their hunts because they've been hunting. We've been following some caribou.
Oh, yeah.
I feel a bit hungry.
Big cows.
Would you like some dried meat?
Oh yes, very much.
Some
And
caribou?
Meditator ate all that other food.
You have to thaw it first because it's frozen.
Well,
Is
let's
this
just
a
keep it
bartering
fresh.
skill?
If you really want to, you can. What are you bartering
Yes,
for?
please. For the meat, is she offering freely or is
You can have
she
a little
bartering?
bit, but if you want a proper couple of portions, then it's probably bartering.
Let's go for a couple more than a little bit.
I thought
Because I know caribou caught from this illustrious tribe would be delicious.
probably. It's fresh off the walking caribou.
So I'll barter.
Offering? Are you offering money or are you offering something else?
Let's offer the Meditator.
No, we only get one portion of caribou for that.
Picture for
Yeah, that's
Brigitte,
right.
actually.
I'm offering that my skills that if we are both going to Three Sisters, I can help secure lodgings for them if they'd like at a better price than what they would pay.
That's what she looks like, by the way.
I think Three Sisters is a bit of a mountain structure rather than a location with accommodations.
Now who's the princess?
Right, so
I don't know. I haven't been this way before though.
if you offered something like a tool of some sort, maybe that would be more welcome rather than accommodation.
Okay, so I've got
Or some jewelry or somebody else's jewelry.
We can offer to sharpen their swords.
She has this
True.
strange carved bone thing. Cleaver, whatever you want to call it. That's
It looks like a hawk.
oh, that looks like it's from the fish.
And there's a screw shore.
The trout head fish bone
Knucklehead.
carved
Up in there.
knucklehead, yes.
Knucklehead trout.
Look, I tried to emulate Julian here with his tankard.
Nice.
I got that today
Nice.
from some of my GCSE students who said thank you.
Oh, very nice.
But it's empty.
Can they give you an apple as well?
No apples.
So I'll barter a silver to see how much that would get me, and
Money. Okay, they sometimes straight with outsiders, but yeah, let's have a barter roll. You can see that this system relies on you using your skills to be able to increase them. People are always keen to use all their skills.
so bartering it goes. 19.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Dare you push it or not? Pushing it basically would mean you have to select one of those conditions, and that means at any roll until you rest and recover from it, against that attribute, or a skill based on the attribute is at the Bane.
So I'll push it with my agility.
Ooh, the first push.
Does that make sense?
You would be dazed afterwards. How would that work?
I
Maybe
just stumble along with everyone else
you're talking
rather
so
than
much
take
that you
any
hold your
leads.
breath.
Exactly.
That would be exhausted, but then you get dizzy. There you go. Oh, hello, money.
So I'll push it.
Yes. And is it enough?
I succeeded.
She looks at you and says, "Oh, you really tried hard." So she gives you a pack, which is basically 2 portions of supplies
Oh, good.
of this jerky. I
Oh,
think
wonderful.
it's a decent amount, you think. Could probably double that if you sold it in town. Or you could eat it yourself.
It probably would give us better stamina if we ate it ourselves.
I'm very much for that idea. Can we just, have a little nibble there?
Meat gives you much more, energy than any bread crackers will.
He will need
And
to fight something, so maybe we should reserve it till then.
Right. Yeah, if you want to start dishing it out, by all means do.
Given
Well, you
I
can keep
bartered it
yourself.
for my silver, it's not a group item.
Exactly. I thought you paid with your own money for that. I thought that was yours.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Didn't you give
However,
us some anyway? One each or something anyway?
Well, you don't need it yet, so
This is how
I'll
party
hang on
conflict starts.
to it.
You're not sharing the sweets.
I think we've got a bit of caribou envy going on here.
Yeah, I think so too. But okay, let's move this on a bit. So
So
you
I'll
set out again.
decrease my inventory by 1 silver.
Yeah, and you can write down 2 items or two portions or whatever you want to call it of food of caribou jerky. So she leads you, and she seems to be very secure and sure of her path. Then soon, because of the way the very short days work here, night approaches again. The sky is darkening. This time it's a starry sky, and you have the pale light of Selune, the moon. As you search for a place to camp for the night, you're startled a little bit by the sound of a woman singing again. But this time, it's not the strange, alien sound drifting on the wind somewhere, but a deep voice close by and full of sorrow. The words of the dirge are indistinct and hard to make out, but the tone is definitely one of bitter loss and heartbreak. Brigitte looks a bit startled for a second, looks around at you. What are your reactions?
Well, yeah, I can hear her as well.
Yeah, but it's not euphoric in the least.
It's very strange.
I yell out, Lila?
She's called Lyra, but okay.
Lyra.
You yell out Lyra.
I wasn't meditating enough. That's why.
You must be
Lyra.
tired. Yeah.
I'm
your attention
tired. Yeah.
It's not there. Actually, Goldie, you know some of this language. It sounds vaguely like Reghedgic, but you can't. So this barbarian language, but you can't quite make out what it says.
Bridget,
call
do you
this noise.
understand?
Who do you ask?
Bridget, do you understand the words? I kind of understand the language, but not quite.
She just silently shakes her head, but we doesn't have character sheets. Character sheets. Is there something like what is it called? Insight in this game? What is it called in this one? It's just awareness, isn't it?
I think it's just awareness.
I think it's
There's spot hidden.
Yeah, you
but
could do spot hidden on awareness for me.
Take the awareness.
Who's that? Anybody?
Goldie. Because she just spoke
Goldie
to her.
for awareness? Okay, so.
She just spoke to
Here we
Bridget.
go. Yay.
Oh, very good. She says, she just is silent, but you clearly can see that this song has an emotional impact on her.
Oh, we might be close to your family. I hope so. I hope so, Bridget.
She just nods. Right.
Can I have a look around if there are any tracks?
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Oh,
An awareness again?
awareness. Yeah.
Awareness.
Bushcraft?
Sorry, bushcraft works as well. If you want to do
okay.
bushcraft instead. Sorry,
Yeah.
I should have said that.
Yeah. No,
Even
that's
hunting.
fine.
Yeah.
Because he said tracks, not just looking around.
Can I do hunting?
Yeah, do a hunting. Come on.
Kind of is cheap after already rolling, but I'll take it.
Mm.
There we go.
There we go. You sort of follow the voice a little bit and you look for tracks, but you don't actually find many tracks. But as you again look over the ridge, there again are the leftovers of an old abandoned camp.
Huh. I see a pattern here.
And Bridget says,
I'll call up the group and point out the camp.
she just points at it and said, "That's convenient."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
This area
what
seems to
happened
have
the last time.
campsites very conveniently placed.
Almost at a distance you could cover in one day, if you want to call it a day. Right. So as I'm not going to overroll here unless somebody's really, really keen. As you set up your camp, and Bridget can help you with that, you don't have to roll for it. Let's see. Actually, let's do a quick awareness roll from everybody, and whoever gets the best finds something. Oh, demon.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I succeeded.
Oh, Twinkle succeeded. At least one of you did.
Oh my
Seriously,
gosh.
only one of you did.
Oh, did
Failed
mine
with the
come up?
demon. Okay.
And I was rolling with disadvantage.
Sploot is rolling around the camp somewhere and stomping on everything. But despite that, Twinkle, actually, you just see a handle of a knife or something poking out of the snow. Something like a bit of ivory, similar.
I'll go and have a little look and pull it out. Oh, what's this?
Oh, what's this? She says. And you see it's not actually a knife, it's actually a little ivory or scrimshaw figurine. Now, scrimshaw is the bone of the knucklehead trout that is being carved into something nice.
Mm.
And it's a figurine, it seems to be a tiefling. And it looks quite old, but it's been carved really nicely, with great attention to detail.
Oh, this is pretty.
Might fetch a pretty penny.
Aye.
That's where your merchant goes, "Ooh, what's that?"
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty. It looks like it's some sort of tiefling.
It's about that size, I reckon.
I'll stick it in a pouch.
And
would you like
tried.
me to assess the value of that?
I could do. Do I know any myths or legends about it?
And I'd
don't.
like to sense magic on it.
Right, so it's currently residing in a halfling's pocket.
It's like that, didn't it?
Instead of
Twinkle,
figurine you've got in your pocket.
Twinkle.
What you asking me what I got in my pockets is?
Can I just see what's in your metal pocket? I don't want to.
Why?
I don't want to keep it. I just want to see if there may be.
What do you mean?
There may be something special about it that's
Oh, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah,
inside
that's
of
what's
it.
special about it.
No. It might have some type of power within it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just-
no.
let me
What do
just-
you
Yeah.
mean?
A bit of bone.
Well,
What, you
let
reckon
me-
it's magic or something?
Oh my God! No.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. All right, here you
Just-
go. I'll whip it out.
So
I take a few steps
figurine.
back.
The figurine. Go some people's minds.
Only Swaki Malipos.
all right. So I cast the sense magic, and I put out my hand. And what do I sense?
You sense absolutely nothing.
Mm.
But as you have this in your hand, or look at it, you see that on the base there's something carved into it.
What?
Is it some
would I
language or
need-
something?
What would I need to
It's
understand
the
that?
same runic stuff that you saw on the rock.
Oh, okay.
Can I have a chance to understand it through languages or
Absolutely,
myths
you
and
can,
legends?
or you can work
Which
together
would be better, languages or myths and legends?
again. Languages. This is not something that has made its way into myth or legend.
Well,
Good. Do you read it out or do you just read it to yourself?
No, I read it out.
Says, an infuriating love, but love all the same. And as you say,
So
that,
I tell
Bridget's head snaps around and says, "How did you come up with that phrase?"
On the
it's
base of
written,
this statue.
it's written right here. Look.
She says, "Oh, do you mind?" Stretches out her
There you go.
Maybe if there's a custom from Caribou.
It's his, but
Well, I found it. It's not mine. I just found it.
It is something my mum used to say.
Okay.
And do you recognize the figurine?
No, I don't. But it might have
Okay.
belonged
So
to my
it's
mother.
not your mother's bit on the your mother's lover then.
Could be.
I don't. Huh?
Could be. Could very well be.
Oh, you never met your mother's lover.
I don't remember so well.
Okay.
Can I keep it?
Worth a bit of caribou, that is.
Yeah, worth a bit of caribou.
She gives you a pack of caribou
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
and pockets it. You are hard people.
what a soft-hearted bunch.
Yeah, indeed.
She'll never call us soft again.
Right. I want to get you before we reach the... Oh, hang on. We've reached it already, but with about an hour to go, I reckon. I want to get you to the main place. So, I'm just going to say, you're making your camp overnight? Unless I'm shortcutting anybody's plans?
Nope.
Okay.
Quickly before that, I would like to, take a quick look for similar traps that we have found in the previous campsites.
Tracts or traps?
Traps, as in,
Rocks
So,
falling from the sky.
rocks placed with ill intent.
Yeah.
My cat wants to come in. Do an awareness check. Or spot hidden. You can choose. Sounds more like a spot hidden, really.
Yeah.
No, you don't spot anything that's deliberately been placed there to catch you or hurt you.
Okay.
So, the night is a breathtaking display of swirling colors in of the northern lights. It is really quite enchanting. And there seems to be, again, whoever does the watch, doesn't matter at this point, far in the distance, a lonely yellow light somewhere moving further north and then blinking out. Now he's at the window. Now I have to let him in. Hang on.
I have exactly the same thing. At some point, I have to go and let in the Lord of my house, or he'll batter on my window.
It's his coming home and asking for food time, so hopefully somebody else will
Yeah.
feed him. Otherwise, I'll have to. Because normally when he shouts, my wife can't hear him because she's a bit deaf. So, where were we? So we've got this beautiful display of northern lights. For those who have not been in the tundra before, this is really astonishing. And you can see that this place has, despite all its harshness and cold, its own beauty. So, move you to this next place. And the next morning, you find it hard to get up. You find that the frost has really got into you a little bit. You find that the third day of traveling in this tundra is starting to take its toll. However, it's a relatively clear day. Now, the picture I'm going to show you is going to look far too bright. So you imagine that a bit darker and twilight here.
So there's really only one stretch a day that's twilight and everything else is dark.
It's dark, or if you're lucky, moonlit or starlit, or...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, officially it says 4 hours, but I'm just going to say a stretch. So it fits a bit better with Dragonbane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you are quite close to these mountains called the Three Sisters now. It's not 3 really, but you can just about make out 3 there. And there's basically this rock wall facing right up there, stretching quite high. Alright, where was it? The source of the song, you can hear it again, seems to come from here. You can just hear wisps of it, but they seem to come from these rocks in front of you.
Spot anything? Any movement?
You're very quiet now, Martin.
Can we spot any movement?
You don't spot any movement as such.
Have we found any tracks or anything? See if we can find this Lyra.
Maybe. Do me bushcraft. Whoever wants to look.
Oh, you Sploot, Sploot or Princess,
It's
I
a
mean,
no.
I'll give it a go.
Princess Plute.
But,
Princess Sploot.
Feel free to push it. By the way, you have rested overnight, Goldie, so your condition can go again. The one you got earlier, the dazed.
Okay, thank you.
So, no pushing?
no, I'm not going to push it.
That's okay. After a little look around, you find a sort of half-built campfire and what looks like a tent, like somebody abandoned a tent there, or a small shelter. It looks as if the person who set it up must have been interrupted at some point. The fire pit is only half-built, and there's actually a somewhat frozen, skinned but not cooked rabbit sitting right next to it.
Oh,
Dead.
it's a bit of
So,
food.
how about lunch?
Aye, bit of food there.
Can someone roll bushcraft to see how old it is?
Yeah, I got
Mine-
that.
Try. You reckon it must have been here maybe 3-4 days. Hard to tell because of it doesn't go off here. Everything is frozen. But you reckon?
So I
3-4
tell
days.
everybody. Yeah, so I tell everybody.
If we stop and think about it, it's got to be a while because it took us about 3 days to get here, and then obviously she wouldn't have been missing for a bit, so it's at least a week and a half, I would say, at least. Logically, using our noggins.
He's probably logs instead.
Is there any way to see a path or kind of some type of running maybe away from the campsite, or was there a walking?
There was
as
no
opposed
since basically there are no real tracks here.
Okay.
But it is relatively close to that sheer rock face.
Could be
Okay.
a cave. It could be a cave she could be hiding in.
Can I make out any case in the rock face?
So you're going
Or
over
like-
there?
Dents? Yeah, I would just, like not wandering too far from the group or the camp,
Yeah,
but
that's
thoroughly
fine.
examining. Yeah.
You're definitely within sight, so that's not the issue at all.
And Bridget is with us, right?
You can do me again a spot hidden or awareness. Bridget is there too, yeah?
I'll join Sploot looking for this.
If you're
cave.
looking at the area there. Spot hidden. Anybody else wants to check?
Yeah, I'll
And if you want to push, then please do.
Yeah, but
Spot hidden is not something a lot of people have skilled, you can clearly see.
Well, I can try if people want.
Sure. I've got another way around it if you need it. Ah, there we go. The thing is that you're looking around and something is odd about this place, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But then Imelda comes along and you just see that there's this steep surface of rock which has got frost on it that seems to reflect your face back at you. Whereas right next to it, it doesn't.
I use my gloves and I see if I can clear some more.
Clear what? Sorry. You basically
Well-
rub on the dull rock face, do you?
Yes.
It doesn't seem to be polishable. Yeah, you do that, but it doesn't reflect anything. Then you move your hand across to where it's polished, and you start rubbing on it, and your hand just goes straight through it.
There's something invisible here. We can move through.
Oh,
Look, come and
magic.
see.
Well, it
All right.
sounds like it requires some meditation, doesn't it?
Meditate first before you go through.
Because I was meditating and thinking.
Yeah, I see.
Thought I could smell burning.
You could do. We don't have Arcana here. What do we have? That is similar. Can do me a normal
Myths
magic
and
roll.
legends. Or
A
On your-
normal
against your
magic
school or
roll, which I
legends?
guess it's
Or
against animism.
Animism or your myth and legends you can use if you prefer.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. So, you know that sometimes this sort of can be an illusion spell, basically putting things up like this. But sometimes these things can also then be triggering an alarm if somebody goes through.
Right, let me go
But I've-
first. Let me
but
go
I've
first.
already-
Fine.
But I've already put my hand through it, right?
Yeah, but you haven't gone through it. And you know that sometimes you can sort of dispel this sort of thing if you find wherever the inscription or the runes are that hold the portal up.
I will search. I convey this to everybody,
Okay.
and then I start looking around to see if there's something there.
What do the others do with that information?
I'll look as well.
You look as well.
Magic is scary and sketchy. I step back.
Bridges says, "Magic in this place doesn't belong here." Okay, after a little while, you find some runes which are under the rime, under the frost in the rock face. Some sort of blue-tinged runes. that have been
Shall I
cut.
smash him?
You smash them up.
No, don't smash them.
He started to
No,
smash
okay.
them.
Put
No,
the flail.
I said,
Put the flail
could I
away.
smash him?
No, put the flail away. And
Alright.
Can I
do
please smash them?
do you want me to do a language, or do I know enough now?
You're pretty sure that this is these runes have to do with the spell, so they're not like hegic or something. They're magical.
Do I need to? So I would imagine that I need to read them to be able to figure out if they can be dispelled without a dispel.
Or you can just take the twinkle approach.
Which is why I said, shall I smash him?
Let me read what they say
Okay.
first, because
All
they
right.
may say "smash me and die."
No, they don't
Yeah.
say smash me and die, but they don't
Okay,
say.
so-
Don't say smash me.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna back up, and you
All right.
hit that.
All right, leave it to Twinks. I'll
You don't need
smash
to
it.
roll for that. You can definitely hit a wall. So you basically start smashing these like 6-7 runes around it, and after the third or so, this sort of smoother mirrored surface disappears, and you see the entrance to a cave behind it. It does say here, let's see, a narrow passage widens into the mountain in front of you.
So does our red shirt Twinkle like to go first?
Oh, he is wearing a red shirt.
Yes, as well. Look.
Yeah.
You also see
It's a
that
jumper.
the walls in this cave. You can just about see them still.
All right.
They are actually we are a day on from where I put the clock. They are sort of ice. The whole place seems to be, all the walls are frozen, and they are as mirrored as that door was. So everything is reflecting the light and throwing mirror images around. And if you put your lights on, you will see lots of prismatic effects from it.
And I assume the floor is like super slippery, like it's just ice.
It is quite icy. Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, let's be careful and head on in. So what's in here?
So, okay, now I'll finally get to map number 2. Do you want a short break, by the way? Or are you okay for another half hour or so?
Yeah, great.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I'd like just a minute or two, please.
Yeah, we can do that. Quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, fill your glasses. Return your beverages.
Charge your glasses.
And then I just put the tokens out, and then we'll have
Lucky
a
dog.
very, very short. I grab a drink as well. So hopefully this will all work. Twinkle Goldie Sploot. Should be all 5. Right. We'll be right back after the short commercial break. Now, you have to do the commercial break now, Twinkle.
Okay. All right. Buy new Oxo from Blammo. It's the best Oxo that you can get from Blammo. Get Oxo.
I thought Goldie was going to be called Princess.
No, it's you, that is.
So, short break.
Oops.
Shall we do the really traditional thing and ask for marching order?
That'll be
think
me
so.
first.
I'm behind Twinkle. It just seems like a good spot to be.
All right. Oh,
I
it's
can
like you got my back covered. You do
course.
sploot.
I would. I don't know. I'll probably be behind Goldie, and I don't know. I guess.
I guess Vorgon will want to be first. To be honest, he'll be beside me. If I'm reading him at all?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
You're walking next to each other.
Yeah, I'm guessing, but we'll obviously ask Martin.
In this case, I would, light a torch because I assume we will need one in there.
Yep.
Is Bridget
Just,
with us?
light the way from behind the two.
There's your torch.
What
Is there,
type of weapon do you have?
It's getting tactical already.
What type of weapon do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bow and arrow. So
You have a bow and arrow?
I carry the bow with a knocked arrow in one hand and torch in the other, and if it comes to
Okay.
shots, I'll just,
Just
switch.
give me a second. I should have had my crib sheet in front of me, but let me just see what the distance is for this. 10-meter radius. So I can put a light
Stick it on my shield.
I can put it on your shield.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, that's super handy.
So I say to Twinkle, Twinkle, show me your shield.
There you go.
And so he
It's
raises
it's a medium size round shield. It has a rune on it, the rune of T.
and the T
That's it.
rune,
The
and
T
then the
rune.
T,
So it looks like a line with a sort of
Yeah. and so
Perhaps.
and
Because you
and
like
so
tea.
and so
No,
I go like
there's another
this.
reason.
I go like this, and I say, "Be a lit," and the T glows, and in front of you, you have 10 meters of kind of a shining light in front wherever your shield is.
All right.
You can still have the torch if you like.
Are the barbarians coming in with us?
There was only Bridget, and yeah, she is actually coming in with you. Good point.
So where does she want to go? Vorgan, did you? I'm assuming you were up front with me.
I don't actually have the right round token.
You're on
You're
mute
muted,
at the
Martin.
moment.
Bridget would want to come.
Most
because
definitely,
she's
yeah.
looking
I'll be
for
up
her
front.
mother through the song
Yeah,
that's
I
being
thought
She's definitely
sung.
there, yeah. She's sort of in the middle, if that's okay with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So I'm taking up the rear.
let's see. Goldie, you hear some whisper in your ear just as you move around. You wonder whether it was Bridget, but it didn't sound like her. And it says to you, well, it doesn't say to you, but you hear it anyway. This is it. The beast is unaware. Are you ready?
I voiced that out. I think I heard, this is it. The beast is unaware. Are you ready? It almost sounds like the past is being replayed. Bridget, this could be where they fought the beast.
You think?
Oh my god, I've got chills.
Well, it is very cold.
We might have a big fight against. We're up against, aren't we? Because if this beast is tough,
I'm sure we'll be all right.
yeah, I'm sure we will. Especially
And if
with
not,
Mr.
we can always run
Meditator
away.
behind us.
The meditator.
John the Meditator.
That's the spin-off. The meditator.
So, as it says here, I've got some box text actually. I often skip it, but this sounds quite nice. The narrow passage widens into breathtaking arched tunnel that winds its way deep into the mountain. Mirrored blue-tinged walls reflect infinite images of you across the surfaces, supported by naturally occurring crystalline archways of time-worn ice. So if you like, you can start making your way into the cave a bit. You can walk yourselves, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen a map yet.
Are you sharing a map?
Oh, hang on. I've shared the map. I just didn't pull you across onto it.
Yeah.
Sounds
we were
familiar.
missing
Good old trip.
Yeah. We've been here before. Oh, look at that.
That's better.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Do we have fog of war here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got all fancy.
Fancy.
I didn't bother with that in Conan because I went more for Theatre of the Mind. But this is a D&D adventure in the end.
You got a fog of war.
Let's get tactical.
Look at his face.
Roll out the grid.
I see someone who's happy.
So I'm seeing two bits. Is there meant to be a twinkle at the top as well as in the?
What? You see bits?
Yeah, over here. I can see it. Me again.
No, I can't.
Sorry, I used you as a test character. Hang on 1 second.
Okay, that's all right.
I'll delete the other twinkle.
Delete the other twinkle.
Not the twinkle. Keep up. You got the light.
That twinkle.
So,
Don't worry about that too
okay.
much.
Oh my god, I've disappeared. So I will move forward.
I'll just move everybody
this way.
else with them if you want me to.
You can use if you click on your icon, you can use the cursor keys to move around.
Yeah, you can do that, but I can just move everybody up. So you see here, where you're just arriving, the ground is slightly less slippy. It's been roughed up a little bit on the surface. Yeah? You can see the surface has changed, yeah?
Does this look like claw marks?
No, it doesn't look like claw marks as such. It looks more like somebody might have carved something onto it. Like grip things. Yeah?
Okay.
Like
Check the ceiling. Is there anything on the ceiling?
Oh, yes. You're just standing under an ice arch above your head.
Oh.
Does it look quite stable?
Yeah, you reckon it's probably stable. You could possibly climb up there and be out of the sight of other people.
Is there a rise and fall to this, or is it pretty much
It goes
straight,
up and down
like
a little
flat?
bit, but it's relatively flat. Otherwise, you would be slipping and sliding.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, let's keep on going. Keep an eye out, and let's keep going.
So Yeah. When I say stop, you're going to stop, okay?
Yeah.
I just want you to give the feeling of exploring. So, there we go. And when the surface changes, stop, basically.
Okay.
Just ahead of us.
Yeah.
Should I, sneak forwards and, take a little gander?
Now, one of the things you have to watch, of course, is with your bright shield light where you shine it.
Yeah, I would have said that, like, before we turned around the corner.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go back if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
We
So when we got to about here.
Yeah, let's not
So-
be too panicky on this sort of stuff. But if Sploot is going a few steps ahead, then that's fine. I'm going to describe what you see. So the passage
I would
widens.
just, very sneakily, on tippy toes.
Yeah, you actually see a little bit of strange light emanating over there. You might be seeing it. And there's some light coming from the right-hand side as well. The passage widens into tall, open-ceilinged courtyard, full of ice and snow and some rubble. There's some scars on the ice that look like maybe they were from a battle. Not quite sure. And some of the ice is cracked like it had been smashed into. At the far side of this open space, you see an impossibly smooth and rounded opening that's over here where I'm pinging, running deeper into the mountain. However, you also see some light coming from your right. You can see that little light source there, right?
Yeah.
And there's a cloth wall, essentially, hanging where I'm pinging now, there. That seems to shield some part of that. And from behind there, if you do me an awareness...
Yeah.
I'll tell you a bit more about it. Good. Oh, not good.
No.
It's
Can
funny.
I-
You hear some low voices. You can't make out what they're saying. With an awareness roll, you might have heard them.
Mhm.
But that's basically as much as you can see right now.
Could I try to sneak to that, curtain? And
You can
take a
or
peek
sneak slightly further in to see whether you can get an angle on it.
Yeah. Like so-ish.
But that, I really would like to have a stealth roll, please.
Yeah. Sneaking.
Sneaking?
I'm gonna push that. Let's go.
It's your thing.
Disheartened by that one.
Oh, that's
Oh,
even more
boy.
disheartening.
Right.
Yeah.
You move over there,
Good.
Mm-hmm.
but you don't think you were terribly sneaky,
No.
unfortunately. So, have I actually given these guys any awareness at all? No, I haven't. Let me give them a normal level of awareness. And then roll.
Oh boy.
Can we do an awareness to see if we hear Sploot? Then we know he's made a lot of noise.
You get close to where you wanted to go, and all of a sudden, you just hear a shot, and then the voices stop. And you hear people starting to move around.
Can I just, bolt straight back? No regard for stealth.
Absolutely.
Just run.
You
Can
can.
we talk about this first?
Is that like a...
Flopping bones.
And the birdie
Like
song.
Woodrun. Yeah, I would very much like to flee.
You flee. Okay.
You're
so-
fleeing. Oh, can I?
We see him coming running towards us then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do the others want to do before I?
I will. If I see Sploot basically legging it, I am legging towards him. I am moving towards him.
So you move.
Just,
move
ran
yourself
out of
to where
breath.
you
I
want to be.
just, give them a quick summary of, somebody's over there and they spotted me.
Oh, well, we should go over and say hi.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Hi.
That's
Definitely
okay,
say hi.
I think you've become the princess now. Calm down. Let's let them do their thing.
So you see,
Don't know
think-
if
I
they're
think
good
you're
or
pre-
bad.
you
I
see,
think
we're
you're
looking for
projecting there,
Princess Mum as
princess.
well.
you see a figure stepping out from behind that curtain and looking at you, and he shouts something at the other guy, who also comes around and has a quick look.
Okay.
A couple
what
of
do they look
cultists
like?
there.
Cultists.
What do they look like?
Well, they look. Sorry, I said cultists. They look like robed people.
Yeah.
Sort of a. Yeah, have I got? I think I've got some artwork for them. Hang on.
Look, more meditators.
Yeah, exactly. They are definitely meditators. So,
Is it like
Wait, did they say that these are meditators?
Frank,
They
have
look
we
like
come
that.
across have we come across
Oh,
Have we
they
come
don't
across-
look like good meditators.
Oriel's cultists before or not?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, I was
Unless
just
you
double
have been
checking.
in
I'm
this
not a
region
clue.
for a while, you can say, yeah, actually, I came across some frost druids before.
And they've got icy blades. Have they? Is that what they've got?
Yes, they have icy blades.
I
Right.
Wearing robes, you can't really see much like under their hoods, but they seem to have icy blades in their hands. And
would I
I'll
have
go.
This
would
looks
I
like
have
danger.
heard would I have heard about
Anybody
these
who wants
people?
to have heard about these people, you can do me myth and legend.
Okay, because I want to know if I heard from my
Let's do
grandmother.
this a legend. You never know. I may succeed in one roll today.
I particularly hate Oriel, so I'm gonna roll my myths and legends.
You
Ooh, somebody's got
definitely
a dragon.
particularly hate them, Imelda. That was a dragon.
Yeah.
Now, dragon is an optional rule for normal skills, of course. It's not like a hard and fast
No,
thing.
I did not.
You have heard stories of these cultists who worship Auriel and who basically say, yeah, having everything frozen and frozen in time, the beauty as it was preserved forever, that's what we need to have. Life just gets in the way. Life is messy. You need to have standstill. That's the sort of people you might be facing here.
I know what I want to do.
And
So-
what is that?
Ouch.
Shall we get some
Uh,
initiative going here?
I think initiative is probably the way we should go.
Yeah, I think so too. So, gonna put you in there. Combat. And if I remember how to do this correctly. Oh, no, that's not it. Then, oh yes.
The goblins. Should they be there? The goblins.
No, they were test goblins.
Oh, I love the effect. That effect is awesome.
You can therefore call them gremlins. Which effect?
Oh, the kind of aurora
Oh
effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It is cool.
In
That's
terms of the lighting, it's really nice.
that's a Foundry 10 thing. Sorry,
Oh, wow.
12. Foundry 12.
Nice.
Draw all. Right. Not enough cards, so there we go. We've got 2 on 10. So, initiatives have been drawn. The first person to get their wits together is Goldie, who wants to go and speak to them and say hi.
Can we, like,
Oh,
there's the thing where we can change the initiative.
You can swap
Like-
initiative, you can
What?
trade initiative in a round. Now, we haven't done any combat yet, but very brief. In every round, you have a move and an action. If you use your action to, for example, defend or parry or something like that, then you cannot use it to attack anymore. So the action economy is quite something to get your head around. Yeah.
Is,
so
is parry and defend like a fast action compared to a slow action?
we don't have slow and fast.
no, there's no
just
slow
one
and
action.
fast.
There's either attack or
One
Move and
defense.
action. Move and action. That's
Move
it.
and an action. That's it.
An action.
So-
If you defend, that's it for your. That's it for the round.
So a reaction takes up your action.
So,
And if you use your action, you cannot react.
Yes.
yes,
You cannot borrow the next turn's turn.
hmm
Nice.
But
So-
we can switch initiative.
You can
We
decide
can swap.
And-
to let somebody
and-
else act before you.
And so I say to Goldie, I want to go first.
Well,
You're last.
actually,
You
swapping
can't talk until
initiative
you're last.
is a meta thing. So you'd be yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say that she looks like she's going to act first. So, but she gets to choose what
She
she
gets
wants
to
to do,
choose.
right?
So Goldie
Okay.
can
Yep.
decide to say,
Let me
actually, I would like to swap with the other player. You can even swap with the enemies here.
I thought you
So-
can only swap with the enemy.
The enemy or between yourselves as long as you can talk to each other. So it's not quite meta. It's not only meta. You're supposed to
Yeah.
be able to
Towards us.
coordinate enough.
Yeah.
I'll switch with Vorgon.
You switch with Vorgon. Right. So switch
Yeah.
initiative with Vorgon.
Oh,
It's 10.
I've
Done.
got a weakness of being reckless.
So I wonder what you're gonna do.
I'm going to be reckless.
That's awesome.
Charge!
So what's your movement? Seeing as it's a grid and we've got the map.
Yep.
What's your movement?
I'm quite quick on my feet. My movement is 12.
It's in feet. Why have I put this in feet? Rubbish.
12 feet, 36 should be okay.
12, you said?
Yeah, I'm quick on my feet.
So that should be 6. If I had done the scale correctly, which I clearly haven't, should be 6 squares because one square is supposed to be 2. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can get to them if you want to.
I will happily get to them.
Come on, be reckless.
Whoops.
Don't go under them. You're running towards them and you're trying to stop and you slip and you bowl them over.
A skidding blow.
Across the eyes. So go on then. What do you want to do?
I'm going to thump on one with my hammer.
But they were just meditating.
Yeah, but I don't like these meditators.
Not more princesses.
Yeah, we've had enough of them, you know. I'm sick to death of meditators.
So now one of the things I have not experimented with a lot is whether the targeting and dealing damage is now the way I would understand it, because it used to be strange on Dragonbane, but I think they changed it.
Okay, so what do I need to do to attack?
You click your weapon.
You click your weapon from your character sheet.
From my inventory.
On the main bit.
On the main bit, you've got the equipped weapons should be available on there.
Yep.
The
yes.
Click the weapon, and it should automatically do the hit and potentially the damage as well. I can't remember.
Okay, here we go.
It will do the damage afterwards, the second roll. So now he has got a chance to try and evade it. Now, are you attacking the left or the right?
The one I'm in front of. The one on the left.
One.
Yeah.
So he's going to do his evade roll. Oh, he's rubbish at evade. But he's evading it. He's evading it.
Cool.
So you have your action. He had his action.
Okay.
As part of evade, so dodging essentially, you can also move. So he's actually dodging away from you a little bit to have a bit of distance. So next is one of the cultists, and that's actually that guy. What can he do? What did I give him? I didn't give him any spells, did I? No. Actually,
Of course, he's a meditator.
he is going to attack you with that ice spike, actually. No, he can't, because he's moved already. So you can't do that. Action economy swings both ways.
He can do nothing.
Yes, he can't do anything because he's defended. He's defended, and he can't do anything.
So Sploot.
Seeing how he's, dodging and evading and, separating him from Vorgan, I'll take aim and lose an arrow at the same guy.
Yeah.
All right.
He can't dodge now.
So how do you do that? How do I roll it?
So on your character sheet under the main section, you should have your weapon, and then just click the main. Just click the
on the
actual
short
weapon
bow,
name.
the word short bow.
Yeah, then just the fact sheet pops up.
No, it shouldn't. If you are on the main tab, where hit points and willpower points are at the top.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's just enough, isn't it?
That's just enough.
That's the damage straight after it.
Yeah.
So, and I think this should now work if I target him or click on him and say apply damage. Right click, apply damage. Would it work? 11 hit points dealt to cultist. Good.
Nice.
So 11 hit points. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well done.
And can I still, can I move?
You can still move. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll just, head in a bit further into the cave.
My brain heard you speak, and I thought immediately you were going to say riposte. it was like I almost knew what you were going to say, and then you said something different. It was like, what?
Yeah, this is almost a bit
Anybody
of a
who
trope.
saw us play Conan.
Yeah.
It's a trope from our Conan game. Yeah, it's worth
I'm
watching.
afraid it's not that, efficient yet.
Yeah, that was after the
In
third or
time.
fourth session that you had leveled up enough.
Yeah.
Good. Next, Twinkle.
All right, I'm going to charge.
Charging as
I'll be
well.
showing
I
up
think
by
you've got short legs, though. Can you get there?
I got 12.
Okay,
12
you can
movement
get
as well.
there.
Us small figures are quite quick, aren't we?
Yeah. Got your skates on.
And then I'll smack him. Stitch this, mate.
This one. Yeah. Oh, I just realized something as well.
And you can't push
And
combat
you can't
roll
push a
dice.
20. No.
You can't
No,
push a
no.
20.
Sorry, I roll so many 20s in the other Dragonbane game I play in.
I watched some of them, yeah. And I could see.
Yeah.
I just have to
Do
put
you
the
want me
new
to roll the
cultist on
mishap?
because I had linked them up. And
Do you want me to roll
get
the
them out.
mishap?
Yes, please. Roll the mishap.
Your weapon cuts deep into an object that gets stuck. Pulling it free requires a strength roll that counts as an action. Huzzah.
They shouldn't be linked anymore. What's going on here? So, so next turn, basically, you have to free your weapon
Start.
before you can do anything, yeah?
Yep.
This is so annoying. Hang on 1 second. I just have to sort something out here. The tokens
It hasn't gone to
by
plan so
default,
far.
they're linked. So when you hit one of them with your arrow, the other one also got
Oh,
hit.
okay.
So I have to unlink them before
Oh,
I
right.
can actually do this properly.
Well, at least I got another experience roll on that. On
Yeah,
that list.
True,
Yeah.
true. And this
That's
is
right,
friendly.
yeah.
It's definitely not friendly now. So this guy had 11 damage.
Mhm.
And the other guy didn't. That looks better now.
Yep.
Okay, Twinkle. Nice move, but you actually hit your weapon as some sort of Morningstar, did you say?
It's a Morningstar flail.
You basically
So,
just... You know
Stuck in
that
the
wooden
ice.
post right next to you. You
Yeah.
smashed into that and now it's stuck.
It's stuck. Yeah.
Now Bridget is a bit further away, isn't she?
Darn.
Couldn't even see her. So she's actually just running forward, but she's basically running over here using both her actions to cut off the retreat for them. So they can't run away. Imelda.
Imelda is going to move up. She has a 12 movement, and when she's moving, she's going to move straight up, and wherever, if there's a bookcase, she's gonna go directly to the bookcase.
Oh, let me check out the local library.
So I
About-
can move 12.
About there, I reckon.
Okay.
Now there's a chest there,
Yeah.
but not a bookcase.
So there's no
Just a
bookcase.
No bookcase.
There's no bookcase over here.
That's not a bookcase, no.
Okay.
There's some barrels over there.
And I see because of Twinkle's
Light spell and
shield
there's
that
a little
there's
fire.
another chest over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Is it
All
time
right.
to check out chests right now? Seriously.
Isn't it always time to check out chests?
If you're a princess.
If you're a meditator.
You have great faith that everyone will survive.
Right.
Oh, no problem.
Are you
I'll
gonna do
meditate a
anything
bit.
With your action, you just want to meditate. Okay.
Oh, with my action? Oh no, I'm fine.
Goldie,
Oh, can I make another move with my action?
you could do another move, yeah.
Oh,
Sprint,
absolutely.
Dash. Can't remember.
Oh, but I can't go in between those two.
Yes.
No, you would have to.
Or are
move
they
around.
engaged?
One of
Could
them
I
is
run-
engaged, the other one is not. So if you
Could
try
I
to
run-
squeeze past them, then they would have possibly an attack on you.
But there is a cultist here.
Oh. No, I'm not going to... yeah, you know what? I'm going to go there. Let's see what they do. So I'm going over there.
Right. Now, you're trying to get past them.
Yeah.
You can... Yeah, I can't exactly remember. I think you cannot actually do that in this game, but I'm going to say you need to do me a move roll or evade roll.
Acrobatics.
To get acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
It says evade.
Acrobatics.
Mohammed says it's an evade.
Evade?
Spade. Spade
Yeah.
roll.
Okay.
So trust
I can do that.
Our
I
masterful
can do
GM.
If you fail it one, they just get an auto hit on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to push that and do
Bitter.
it. And exhausted.
You just about did that. Yes.
Yeah.
But But that's it. You're now past them.
Yeah.
He swings at you, but didn't get you. So,
Okay.
Goldie, now finally your turn. Thanks for your patience.
You're welcome. I like being last. So I'll go to the cultist who's the closest to me. I think he's the one who's been hit first. And
no, the one that is, now away is the one that
Slightly
has been
stepped
hit
away.
first.
This one back.
So your movement
the
is
one
12
which
as
is
well.
closest to me that I can get to, my movement's 12. So I'm not sure if
you
I
can get with just movement about here, just behind
Like
Vaughan.
12 is like 30 feet.
30 feet.
So I'll just
Bit more
move
than
up
that.
as far as I can.
36 feet.
Bit more.
No, it's
Yeah,
like one square is 2 meters.
Yeah, but
2 meters is what
36
it's supposed
feet
to
is
be.
12 meters. So it's supposed to be 12 meters. So don't worry too much about
Okay.
the squares. We just use feet right now.
Okay, so I'll just put myself in position for the next attack round. if
That's
it
your move.
happens.
You can still act if you wanted to.
I'm not going to throw the dagger because my strength is too low. I'll probably
enough.
miss, so I'll
Okay.
hold on. And maybe I'll yell at Imelda there and say, "Get your ass in the fight."
Stop meditating.
Rallying cry. Right. So, one of the idiosyncrasies or one of the particular things of this game is every round you get new initiative cards. Now, Bridget is waiting to see whether anybody's trying to flee. So she's going to switch with... Who is she going to switch with? She's going to switch with Twinkle.
Oh, excellent. All right, I'm going to give
Hang on.
this.
Let me just do that first before you
Sorry.
have the action. Twinkle. There we go. Twinkle goes first.
Okay, I'm going to try and.
I would also like to switch and get further up.
Yeah, hold on. I got you. Hold on.
The
Will
active
do,
person
alright.
can switch. So Twinkle could switch if you wanted to. And then
I'm
after
gonna
that,
switch.
Elder.
I'm gonna switch
Or
with
with
Split.
Imelda, yeah.
So Twinkle, come on. Tell us what you're doing.
I'm trying to get my morning star out.
So strength check.
By the way, Frank, you've only got one cultist in the combat list.
Okay. It's because I had to recreate one. There you go.
Okay. Cool.
So what did it say?
All right.
Counts as an action,
Pulls it
right?
out. Yeah, it counts as an action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my action is.
You managed to
That's me
get... You free your weapon.
Yep.
You could in theory move, but you are engaged.
Yeah, I'm just staying where I am.
Okay, Imelda, what do you want to do?
I would
Switching with
Imelda.
Sploot. Switching with Sploot.
Switch with Sploot.
And I'm
Right.
just moving up a bit and take a shot at the already wounded one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go and shoot. Shoot, Sploot.
Oh.
No. But now it says I can push it.
A 90
Yeah,
you can push.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
All right.
You can push with combat rolls.
I'm feeling sickly about missing, so let's go with that one. Yeah.
Hey.
Right, now you can evade. You can try at least, because the skill for evade is really, really bad.
Well, he's evaded me.
No, not this time. So, how much damage? 6, 8.
8.
That,
So,
no.
that is not gonna go well for him. I can tell you that much.
He's still alive, yes?
He's prone on the floor, basically.
Okay.
You can assume that he's not alive anymore. So, next one is... Where were we? Vaughan.
Okay, I'm going to turn on the one next to me then now.
Sorry, I messed something up here. Vaughan. It was Vaughan next.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to attack that one next to me.
That is probably enough, but I'm going to try and evade. I just realized something. Guys, I have put Combat HUD on here. So if you right-click on your token and then go slightly top left, there's crossed swords.
Yep.
And if you click on that, you enable that, you basically should be getting, although I don't get it right now,
No, I have it.
you should be getting
Oh, that's neat.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, look
Oh,
at that. Yeah, come on, just do your
but
damage.
that's the cultist.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
that demon just had a sound effect.
Yeah, yeah.
10 damage.
That's nice.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I like that. You know, it's the little things.
That's little things. Yeah, that's part of the Dice and Nice configuration. That's a lot of damage. That hurts him.
Good. That was the plan.
So, and he had the 20 on defense, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, wrong thing. Let me see. I just roll for laughs. I'm going to roll the draw. Demon. I can't find so many tables. Demon, monster attack. Demon defense. Oh, what is it? Demon parry, demon raid. I can't find it right now. Demon effect solo now. Forget it. I'll ignore that for now. Because it takes too long to find the table now. Now, who was next? Do you remember? Because I messed up the initiative.
It was the cultists were next.
So
Number
the cultists,
6.
now they
Yeah,
have
but the
evaded.
cultists
He's
evaded,
tried to
so-
evade. So.
Oh,
Also, it's that cultist.
Yeah, one is down
Go
and the
f-
other one is evaded.
okay.
And then, I don't know what order it was. It was Imelda and Goldie.
I'm a 10 because I switched with.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Goldie, you tell us what you want to do.
Okay, so I go and try to stab the closest cultist with my knife.
Okay, so you're basically stepping next to Morgan and try to stab.
Yes. No,
There you
I'm
go.
not quite. Do I?
On your
How do
character
I
sheet,
roll?
on the normal tab, you should have an entry sort of 2/3, 3/4 down dagger. Click on the word dagger.
Right. I've gone that far.
Yeah, that should pop up a little window. And you just say roll from there. At the bottom.
Okay. Okay, no, I've gone to equipment. So let's go to main.
And this
There we
is,
go.
we are already slightly over our time. So at the end of this fight, we're going to make a cut for this session. Oh, look at that. Now he
Ooh,
cannot
nice.
dodge anymore. You can roll your damage straight away. 4 damage.
Oh.
Oh, these poor cultists. What are you doing to them? Bottom.
Killing them.
He also goes down. We can end the combat there.
Awesome.
So, this was just a little Mickey Mouse fight to get you into that and know where to click and stuff.
And I definitely Mickey Mouse that fight.
Yeah. Like the worst thing.
So you have
My Dragonbane luck.
you have
Yeah,
conquered
exactly,
the first
yeah.
2 cultists. Well done. Applause.
Yay.
Yay. In style as well.
Good old Sploot. You're
They
excellent
were
at that,
just
Bo.
they were just meditating. But as soon as the second cultist sinks down, Twinkle, you hear something or you see something like a vision. You see a large woman in fur and leathers rushes past you, bellowing with rage at some unseen foe before vanishing again.
Do you see that?
No.
There was a big lass ran past me with
I should have done
with
that during the
furs.
fight, actually.
Bridget.
What?
Oh,
What? No, I just heard a huge bellowing roar just for a moment. I don't know where it came from.
Alright.
And Sploot, you saw a flash of red and black as a spry tiefling woman drops down from above, striking her flashing blades together, creating a shockwave of sound, and then again disappears. So you get
Like-
echoes of something.
Do I have like a ringing in my ears? So like the sound was real? Or was this just my imagination?
It seemed real, but the others don't seem to react to it.
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear that? It was like this sound wave.
No.
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 Have you got your head out of chest
Tiefling,
over
are
there?
you imagining
did I get enough
things?
glimpse to see if the tiefling looked like the figurine we found?
Very similar, could be the same, but one is sort of figurative art, the other one was a real tiefling.
I didn't see a thing. I'm just like, wow, I hit something. I killed something. Oh my gosh.
How do you feel about that?
Euphoric.
I'll have to process this.
I would like to step forward and
Merchant.
start rifling through the, cultists' pockets and stuff.
And
pockets
check
is-
where they were lairing as well, around the corner there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think basically there's some hammocks, essentially. That's what you see there. That's where they were lairing. How are we going to do this? I think for each treasure chest and for both cultists together, I'll give you 1 treasure card each. How about that?
Yay!
Are the chests unlocked?
They are unlocked.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
That's neat.
I'll just give you a treasure card. Oh, Familian Nerd. I just see I put my I clipped my notification. Nice to see you, Familien Nerd. 19 Viewers, wir are just finishing. Wir hören gerade auf, Jungs, als ihr hier ankommt und Mädels. Ja? That's a German streamer for the others who plays lots of cool role-playing games. So we are playing Dragonbane, but we're playing it in the Icewind Dale. And we just finished our first 2 cultists. And now we're just plundering and looting. So
Yay.
here's the treasure chest. Number 1. Oh, I haven't shared the treasure deck, have I?
No.
So let's see. Deal 1 card. Deal. What's the first one? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work?
No.
Ah!
Say anything?
Uni, hello. Okay. I'll have to do this then. Shuffle. Deal.
Oh. Yeah, I can see you've shuffled the treasure.
Yeah, but I normally have a different table. This is a new implementation. Okay, we'll do that next time, the treasure. Guys,
Okay.
I'm really pleased that you came to visit our stream here, but we're just finishing. So, come back in 2 weeks' time. Is it 2 weeks' time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you want to find out Icewind Dale and Dragonbane, then watch our YouTube channel. So, what else do you want to do, guys, my dear players? I'm going to remove the cultists. You will find some
guess
treasure, but we have to put a pin in that one.
And we're, I would imagine, going to
Have you circulated through the kingdom around?
level up, or whatever you'd call it.
Okay.
Get
So
experience.
you have a moment to take a breather here. And that means we have a moment to do the advancement marks. So, if you have a tick mark from a demon or dragon roll, you should be able to, it's like have a little arrow next to it. If you click on that, it should do the advancement roll for you automatically. So if you just go through there.
That increases.
Oh, well done, well done,
My
well done.
awareness is increased, and my hammers has also increased.
Good.
So we're just doing the ones that we automatically did, right?
Initially,
We're not doing,
yes.
Okay.
I always want to do them first. And I'm just thinking, oh gosh, this is gonna... Where have we got the advancement rules? Which page? Anybody?
It's on page 29
29, yeah.
of the main of the hardback book.
This one here.
Yeah, I've just got the.
my awareness went up, and
There we are. Experience. What else went up?
nothing. Just experience for me, or just awareness.
So we have a few increases, don't we?
Yeah.
Well
Well, it
done, well
depends
done,
on-
well done.
So you only get a chance to increase if you roll a 1 or a 20, yeah?
Yes, but there's
yes,
also
but-
the experience questions. And they give you extra advancement marks. So, at the end of the session, the GM asks you the following questions. For each question that you can reply yes to and justify your answer, you get another advancement mark. And then you basically can take a skill that you haven't advanced yet and try to advance that one. Did you participate in the game session?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Mohammed handily just posted them into the chat as well, so people on Twitch can see it. Did you explore a new location?
Several,
Yes.
in fact.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
Yes.
Are they dangerous?
Were they dangerous?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you
I-
that for today.
Oh, okay.
And now, does that apply to all of us?
I think so, because you
Okay.
did it as a group.
Yeah.
As a group?
Yeah. It
Did
was a
you
group
overcome an
effort.
obstacle without using force?
Yes.
This the ambush of
We
the
spoke to
Bavarians.
Bridget and get her on
yeah.
our.
Bridget, we
Yeah,
told Bridget
true,
down.
true, okay. Did anybody give in to your weakness?
I ran straight for the loot.
I was
And-
reckless. I just
wasn't
charged
reckless.
in there.
I didn't think about the good of
I got
the
I
group.
suppose those two did. What do you
Yeah.
think? Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
So
for the first
you can
session, anyway.
place those advancement marks, and then you can try and advance them again.
I see.
So you click you click the boxes, and then you roll again. So you click it, and then you click it again to get the
and
roll.
you need to roll over it, fail it effectively to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, it automatically does it for you. So if it rolls over, it automatically increases the
Okay.
skill.
So the lower the skill is, the more likely it is that you can increase it. And if anybody reaches 18, which I don't think very likely today, of a skill level, then you get a new heroic talent.
So
And should we select things we've used?
These
Ideally-
advancement marks are actually, it doesn't specify it, but it would make sense to me. In the real world.
Thematically.
I think I need some hand holding, so
Yeah. Which ones
I-
would you like to look at?
I can just choose whichever one I'd like to level up that
Yes.
I used.
So-
Okay.
And then you
So-
click it, and it'll put a little check mark in the box,
And
and
then
then you click
tick
it again, and then it'll do the advancement roll.
I'm gonna have to just.
But you
pick
can
things.
only do a skill once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've had it from a demon or a dragon, you can't do it again.
So which one would you like to go for?
So the awareness. So I just click the white box.
That's right.
Is
And then you see the little arrow that pops up. If you click on the arrow
and
now,
I click that again.
then it rolls, and you increase it. Ding, done.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a cat on the stream. Everybody say meow.
Meow.
And you can do that
Mine's
for each
mine
advancement
came
marks
in.
that you had.
mine's just there.
I'm
Yeah,
picking things I didn't use because I didn't succeed at anything.
mine were fed, and
So,
as soon as I feed them, they
Was
lose all
that
interest.
3 each that we do, or
I think it was.
Four.
Five.
Six.
It was 4, and then
Five.
2 people got 5.
Gosh, no,
Yeah.
I need to be less generous with these. Isn't that
so I
right?
can do that 4 times on my awareness, or do I have
No.
to spread it
No,
out?
no,
One
no.
on each skill. You
Oh,
have to do 4
okay.
skills, basically.
Nice.
Organ from
4
4
to 5. I'm picking things because I didn't actually succeed anything. So
But it
Well, I
doesn't-
used.
But it doesn't matter as
Pers-
long. That's when it, because of the rolling and rolling over, it
Oh.
gets harder and harder as you
Yeah.
go along.
Yeah, of course.
So I'll do
That's a BRP
persuasion.
concept. Mm-hmm. Oh, 20. Look
That
at
was awesome. A 20 is fantastic.
Goldie increased as well. Persuasion.
Yeah. I got all my increases.
Languages.
Forgan,
I
that's
used.
amazing.
Languages. Yeah.
It's not amazing.
No. To go up from 14 to 15, that's
Yeah, I did as well. My hammers are gone.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So many advancement rolls. Those definitely need to be
And
stricter.
my knives. I used my knives.
You use your
Just
knives.
reduce the number. If you want to reduce it, you just basically reduce the number of times we actually do it. Don't have to do it every
Yeah.
session.
Yeah,
Just do it every time you
Yeah.
finish an adventure or something. But it's nice to do it for the first session.
Do it every
But
single
this is just something that tapers off, like with each session, because you're far less likely to increase if your skill is
That's right.
15 or so.
It's
Yeah.
a natural tapering, but
Yeah.
it depends when you want it to happen. Right. So you made it, for the stream I'll briefly show it, you made it to the first cave of this complex. To the first room. There's more to come in this place. I just would be interested before we finish up, what did you make of it?
Yeah.
Did you have a good
Great.
time?
Yeah.
Very much
Yes.
so, yeah.
Good.
Yep.
If there's something,
Ready to go?
stars and wishes and all that sort of thing, yeah, you say, what did you really like? Is there anything where you said this was a standout thing that I really liked about the session,
think
the
it was-
game, fellow players?
I think it was having a meditator in the group.
Yeah.
That was the highlight.
We will need to discuss this,
Uh,
Yeah.
I liked the subtle lantern. Traveler, help this way, please.
The lady with the lamp. Mm-hmm.
The person with the lamp was ace.
Good.
Yeah. And I
then
like
finding the lamp in the camp was great.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I saw that coming, but it was really, really good.
Goldie bartering for caribou. That was priceless. For 1 silver.
Can you go in Canada? Can you just go to the shop and buy caribou jerky?
It's not something that's sold, normally. You can certainly buy jerky in every store. But caribou is more northern and northern Newfoundland.
Mm-hmm.
So, like on Newfoundland itself, we've seen caribou roaming around there. That's quite common.
Okay.
Wow.
There we go. We can try that out.
Yeah, I've never seen a caribou walking around Leighton Buzzard.
No, there are none here. We have some alpacas, though.
But yeah.
Okay, right. Anything where you said, "Oh, I want more of that because I was missing it today"? For first session, we are good then.
Yeah, a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
So we will be
was
back
awesome.
in about 2 weeks. We will then have a bit of a dungeon crawl. There will probably be a more involved and I would say more challenging fight.
Yeah, it's fine.
And there definitely is a mystery to this place, which we will have to work out. So for now, however, I'm going to say to the remaining watchers, thanks for watching. And for the future watchers, tune in again, because soon, in about, 3-4 sessions or later, we will actually start the official adventures. This one is one from Aventure, which is sort of a prequel adventure, as you can see in the stream over there. It's called The Song of the Mountain. So,
Cool.
Farewell, everybody. Stay
Not
frosty. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.